Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, the West Coast voice, Davey Dangerously, coming at you once again. It has been a while since we have done a video belt review. Now, I know you're thinking you've probably seen one of these on here before, and you have. But this is the newer version of the NWA World's Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. I'm going to do a quick overview of the plates and then we'll get into it like we always do here. Alright, so one of our first, it might have been our first or our second video here on the channel, was a NWA belt review, but that was for the Premier version. Premier was the maker of the belt. This is the third version, which is made by Figures Inc. Figures Inc. made the first version and it was terrible. It was so terrible. It had nothing to do with the belt at all. But for its time, I guess it was decent. Premiere came out, and I would like to say 2008. And it was decent. It was kind of like the, I'd say like the 1990s version, like the Dan Severn, and whenever ECW had the tournament, it was kind of that version. Up until, I would say, TNA started using the NWA World Championship when they started the NWA TNA promotion. But that was a great replica. But this one's made by Figures Inc., like I said. And they did a freaking tremendous job, I must say. The domed globe does pop out. This is the nickname of this belt, the domed globe. The etching on this thing, the detail is phenomenal. I can't say anything bad about this belt. It's got deep etching all the way around. See if I can get a better shot of that. I mean, just phenomenal plates. And this version is kind of looks like the belt that Ric Flair held. And I'm going to throw in some pictures right here. Maybe a quick little video of the belt review that I did before. And I'm going to throw in a picture of the belt that Ric Flair held. And then I'll go over some of the things on the real belt that kind of are standing out here. So let's go take a real quick clip of that right now. All right, guys, here is a little bit of footage from the first replica belt that we did, one of our very first episodes. This is the Premier version, like I said. As you can see, the strap is way thinner. The plates, as good as they are not as good as the one that I am showing you here today. But like I said, I'm not shitting all over the Premier version that came out back in the day. I'm just here to show you the difference between the two. And in my opinion, the new Figures Inc. is the way to go. Like I said, I'm not shitting all over it. I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the two. So I hope you enjoy. And after this video, I'm going to show you right now is the original NWA World Heavyweight Championship, which was held lastly by Ric Flair. All right, guys, as you can see, the difference between the first belt that I did a review on and this belt is obviously the stitching. Obviously, it's more reminiscent of the real belt. Like I said, the first one was, more of like the 90s version. Now, as far as like the real belt, in the real belt, the plates were just tattered and old. That thing made the rounds. So sometime in the early 80s or late 70s, they screwed in the plates onto the belt itself, into the leather. So it kind of has that look to it right here in all the plates. Also, in the 80s, it did not have the diamonds when Flair held it. It did in the 90s. So I'm going to flip this over. I love how this belt kind of just takes it back. I'm a huge Ric Flair fan, as you know. And as awesome as that belt was, I sold it to get this belt. I wish I would have bought this one first to do a better comparison, but I have the videos and the clips here so you guys can check it out. Like I said, this was made by Figures Inc. They are doing a phenomenal job. Nothing going on here, just a lot of screws because they have the grommets and all the screws right here in the background. Got the official Figures Inc. logo on the NWA official licensed product. And what I wanted to show you too is how thick the plates are. These are 4mm, and the strap is just absolutely thick. That's because it's 2 pieces of faux leather here. On the real belt, the stitching is a little more tighter, as you saw in the picture of the real belt. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show the newer version made by Leather Rebels that is currently held by Nick Aldis, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Kind of taking it back old school. One of the first videos we ever did here, I want to thank John Barbarossa from A&J's Belts. He hooked me up. I've been wanting this belt for a while. It was out of stock, but now it is back. Just tremendous, tremendous. You can actually make out the wrestlers. The first one, like I said, was good. This one is 10 times better. If you have the means to do so, I highly recommend getting this. If you have the premiere version, sell it. Buy this one. Do yourself a favor. Spend the money. Great all-around replica. Thanks again for tuning in. This is 1/3 of the legendary Ring Crüe, the West Coast voice, Davey Dangerously, saying we'll see you guys next time.